We thank pilots for their observance of safe operating
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
ship thief mystery remains unsolved. The investigation into Week in Review. Here are this week's main stories.
Frameshift drive charging.
Conflict has broken out in the Sinua-FNH D1196 system following a series of attacks against convoys transporting Guardian commodities. Zende Partners, who recently established a research operation in the system aided by a megaship transport service, have claimed the violence was organized by Segnan Exchange. Both corporations have called on the galactic community to support their respective security campaigns. In related news, the prior appeal by Zende Partners to install a technology broker at the prospect in Sinua-FNH D1196 was successful. Guardian modules are now available for purchase at the outpost. Prime Minister Redmond Mahone has called on President Gibson Kincaid to step down
Warning. Temperature critical.
an official inquiry. Mahone has claimed that Kincaid's unauthorized command of the Alliance's Zounds fleet, combined with recent claims of illegal campaign funding, is sufficient to suspend
Warning. Taking heat damage.
the presidency. Kincaid has dismissed the demand
Fuel scoop disengaged.
as unconstitutional. And finally, commentators have linked ship thief Gan Romero's dream journal with the statements given by Jasmina Halsey following the disappearance of Starship One.
Frameshift drive charging.
The Rewired network claimed these bodiless voices had disregarded the relative standing of these two individuals, and questioned how many others had experienced similar calls. And those are the main stories this week. Ship thief linked to Halsey's visions. There has been much speculation about Starship technician Gan Romero, whose dreams are believed to have directed him to steal a ship from a starport
Frameshift drive charging.
hangar. On the Rewired network, independent journalist Flint Firemaker LaFosse offered this analysis. Romero's dream journal entries were very similar to Jasmina Halsey's visions after the Starship One incident.
4, 3, 2,
3 years ago. Was this lowly grease monkey in touch with the same caretakers of our galaxy that Halsey claims spoke to her? Sure, it could be coincidence. Maybe even a shared psychological disorder. But it seems possible that Halsey and Romero were telepathically contacted by the same incorporeal intelligence.
fuel scooping.
You can see why they might want to talk to a federal president. But a starport technician? What's so special about Romero? If he's telling the truth, then who knows how many more ordinary people have heard these summons from bodiless voices over the years.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Mahone demands them to Kincaid's presidency. Prime Minister Redmond Mahone has called on President Gibson Kincaid to step down pending an official inquiry. Addressing the Alliance
Warning. Taking heat damage.
Assembly,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Mahone said. President Kincaid's decision to assume direct command of the Zounds fleet, coupled with allegations of illegal campaign funding, justify the suspension of his presidential term. Kincaid is now being protected by Admiral Yamamoto
Frameshift drive charging.
ships as well as emissaries from the office of the Alliance President. This autocratic behavior must cease, and Kincaid must cooperate with our investigation or face impeachment. President Kincaid issued a response from
4, 3, 2, 1.
private residence in Zounds. These false accusations are further proof that the Alliance needs a single, strong leader. Unless the Assembly has irrefutable proof of illegality, the Constitution states they cannot force me out of office. Corporations clash in Guardian space.
Fuel scooping.
A successful appeal by Zende Partners for Guardian commodities has led to the appointment of a
Fuel scooping complete.
technology broker at the prospect, where Guardian modules are now available. The initiative has seen a marked increase in violence in the Sinua-FNH D1196 system, however, recently established as a hub of Guardian technological research. Freya Tain, CEO of Zende Partners, made this announcement. Shortly after our company deployed a megaship transport service connecting Zende and Guardian space, our convoys came under attack. We have evidence to suggest that Segnan Exchange is responsible for this flagrant attempt to undermine our efforts. I call upon the galactic community to assist Zende partners in removing this threat to our operation. Our plans to begin production of an advanced multi-cannon can proceed once Segnon Exchange's disruptions have been dealt with. Cedric Stone, CEO of Segnon Exchange, submitted this statement in response to the accusations. Zende Partners apparently intends to control the trade of Guardian commodities in Sinuafi NH D1196, which is perhaps why there is violent resistance to their operation. My company would only ever respond to threats with an appropriate level of self-defense. In order to re-establish peace and protect our research into new Guardian human technology, we ask independent pilots to support Segnon Exchange vessels in the system. Securing a permanent presence will allow my company to complete work on an advanced Dumbfire launcher on schedule. Our newly established outpost, Indigo Dock, will serve as our base of operations in these efforts. The two factions have set out campaigns in Sinuafi NH D1196 to take place between the 23rd and 29th of May 3305. Week in review. Here are this week's main stories. President Gibson Kincaid has been named as Commander-in-Chief of the Alliance Defense Force in the Zounce system. The announcement by Admiral Frederick Yamamoto, known to be a personal friend of Kincaid, was poorly received by the Council of Admirals, who demanded that the decree be rescinded. Zende Partners has called for increased deliveries of Guardian commodities in Sinuafi NH D1196. CEO Freya Tain revealed that the next step of their Guardian research initiative is the appointment of a technology broker. The galactic community has been invited to bring commodities from Guardian ruins to the prospect. In related news, Segnon Exchange has announced plans to install their own outpost in Sinuafi NH D1196. In a statement, the company revealed they seek to take advantage of the increased Guardian commodity trade in the system. And finally, a dream journal maintained by Gan Romero has been discovered by investigators. Romero, the technician responsible for stealing a docked craft from the Vega system, recorded a number of entries prior to the theft suggesting that vivid dream delusions may have played a role. And those are the main stories this week. Kincaid granted command of Zounce fleet. President Gibson Kincaid has been named Commander-in-Chief of the Alliance Defense Force fleet in the Zounce system. Journalist Vanya Driscoll reported on the development for the Alliance Tribune. Admiral Frederick Yamamoto has announced that the Zounce fleet now takes orders directly from the President, in direct breach of the existing ADF command structure. The move is widely perceived to be a deliberate show of strength from President Kincaid, who is currently under investigation for illegal campaign funding. Admiral Yamamoto is known to be a personal friend to Kincaid, from the latter's time as Governor of Zounce. The Council of Admirals has demanded that Yamamoto rescinds this decree. Admiral Rachel Ziegler condemned the decision as political grandstanding that borders on treason. While President Kincaid has accepted the authority, he has yet to issue any orders to the ADF fleet stationed in Zounce. Ship thief's personal log discovered. A journal maintained by Gan Romero, the technician responsible for stealing a docked vessel from a starport hangar, has been discovered. Security Chief Misaki Sanders gave this statement from Fort Dixon. We have thoroughly investigated Romero's background to establish a motive for the theft and how it was accomplished. Our only lead is a series of encrypted voice logs that he deleted shortly before the hijack. Our analysts have recovered a few fragments of these recordings, which appear to have been part of a dream journal. In them, Romero makes repeated mention of seeing an area of space, not black but radiant, glowing like heaven, and being called by voices that didn't come from anything with a body.
Frameshift drive charging.
Medical experts have proposed that
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Romero's recordings, along with his recent distracted behavior, may be symptoms of an undiagnosed dissociative disorder. If true, Romero was likely acting upon dream delusions when he stole the ship. At present, our investigation has not yielded anything more substantial. Zende Part.
Frameshift drive charging. Limpet drone. Scan detected. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Detonation sequence initiated. seconds. Cargo scoop deployed. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Cargo scoop retracted. Cargo scoop deployed. Collector limpet expired. drone. Collector limpet expired. Cargo scoop retracted. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.